Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your love reading. So, the person that's on your mind, whoever you're thinking about, we're going to check in with their feelings, what they're thinking, what their intentions are, and what the energy is moving forward. So, I've just felt like this pull, like somebody that you've been thinking about a lot lately, maybe even somebody that you are already in union with. Whoever is on your mind, we're going to read from their energy. So, I'm going to pull from the tarot, and then we have 3 or 4 oracle decks we can pull from at the ends, get some additional messages from spirit about their connection. So let's see what we have from the tarot. And their feelings, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a giving and taking. This is like a gift. He is giving this person a gift here. So this person can think that you are a gift, or they could just be wanting to be very giving to you. They have that equal give and take in the relationship. They could just feel very giving and very balanced as well, because he does have the scales here. So they could just be feeling balanced and wanting to give to this relationship. Underneath, we had the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia. It's about memory. So this very well could be somebody from the past that is thinking about you. We had the Five of Wands come out as well, which is about overcoming obstacles. It's about competition. I feel like maybe there were some obstacles you guys needed to overcome, but the Six of Cups is like a soulmate card, but it's also nostalgia and memories. It is like a very joyful card. You know, you have these 2 children here, very playful energy. So this could be somebody that is thinking about the past, or this could be just past memories, or just a very joyful healing type of energy. What they're thinking, we have the Seven of Swords. So this is about being strategic. It can be sneakiness and lies. Maybe there was some truth that wasn't spoken in the past, and that's been on their mind. But this could also just being them wanting to be strategic or to do things differently this time. If this is somebody from the past, maybe they want to do things differently this time. What they're not telling you, we have the Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles is like a lack mentality, limiting beliefs, but it's also about feeling left out in the cold here. So maybe they felt left out in the cold by you, or maybe they left you out in the cold and they never told you why, or they just didn't speak about what happened between the two of you. If you guys just kind of disappeared from each other's lives, maybe they just didn't tell you why they disappeared or why they've made you feel left out in the cold. We'll definitely pull clarifiers on these. Their intentions, we have the Magician. So this is like inspired action. This is a victory. I feel like they really want to take action here, and they really want to come in, and they've been manifesting this too, because the Magician is all about manifesting. But I feel like they want everything. He has all of the tools that he needs: air, earth, fire, water. And I feel like their intention, again, with that balance, when I said air, earth, fire, water, it makes me think, all 4 elements are equally balanced, like emotionally balanced, financially balanced. I feel like they want to come in and kind of just be victorious in whatever this is. Moving forward, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about stagnation. It is about boredom. It is about not seeing what's in front of you here. This person has these 3 cups in front of them, and Spirit's trying to hand them this gift here. So they're just not seeing it. It could also be about coming out of a stagnation. If you guys have been in separation, this person's just very closed off. Like, they're not very open. They're kind of holding back. Maybe you've been holding back, or maybe they have been holding back here. So clarify the Six of Pentacles for their feelings, please, Spirit. So we have 2 queens, and you could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign. Water is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Earth sign is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, but this is, again, with the balance like I was talking about. This is the Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded, nurturing, stable energy, and the Queen of Cups is emotionally balanced. She's very creative, very compassionate. She is very intuitive. So again, with the balance, it's balancing intuition with that grounded, stable energy. So I feel like they are wanting to kind of ground their feelings and their stability, if that makes sense. Like they want to come in this very compassionate, grounded energy where they're, kind of connecting with their intuition, but remaining grounded at the same time. So clarify the Seven of Swords for what they're thinking, please, Spirit. We have the Strength card. Yeah, so the Strength card is, again, about coming in and using that inner strength. It's not just physical strength. It's emotional, spiritual, physical, all of it. Strength is about like kind of stepping into overcoming obstacles. Again, we had that Five of Wands. So this is just finding that inner strength to overcome things, but it's also doing things with compassion. Again, with this Queen of Cups, this compassionate, very caring energy. I feel like maybe in the past, if they want to do things differently, the Seven of Swords coming in this inner strength card, maybe they weren't very compassionate or kind in the past, and they want to kind of come in and do that differently this time. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for what they're not telling the collective. We have the Seven of Cups, which is like confusion. It could be about being disillusioned. It's also about choices. So with this Five of Pentacles, this feeling left out in the cold, this lack mindset, and this Seven of Cups, I feel like there was somebody left someone else out in the cold. I feel like they may have left you out in the cold, and it left things very confusing. They're very confused on, or maybe they feel like you're very confused on why they left you out in the cold. But I feel like that's what they're not telling you, that they felt left out in the cold here, and they were very confused about a situation. So maybe you moved on from them for some reason. If they weren't being compassionate and kind, maybe you moved on from this situation, and it made them feel left out in the cold and very confused. Clarify the Magician for their intentions, please, Spirit. Clarify this person's intentions. We have the Emperor. Yeah, taking control, taking inspired action. So the Emperor is about taking control and going towards what it is that you do want, stepping into that leadership energy, and just kind of going after what they do want. So I just saw that these both have on red robes, and red in the tarot is about passion. It's that fire energy. So I feel like this person is very passionate, taking an inspired action to take control of the situation. So I feel like maybe they do want to move things forward. They want to balance things out here. They want to give to this relationship. Clarify the Four of Cups. Best energy going forward, please, Spirit. Four of Cups. Two of Swords. So we have the Four of Cups and Two of Swords. Four of Cups, these are both about not seeing what's in front of you or not making a decision. So this is what Spirit wants you to know. I feel like there was some not seeing something right here in front of you. He's not seeing this cup here, and she's blindfolded. She's not seeing what is right here. She's not making a decision. She doesn't want to see what is right in front of her. So maybe you're not wanting to see this person, or you're not wanting to see what is going on here. Maybe you didn't want to see the connection for whatever reason. Again, if they weren't being like compassionate and kind, maybe you guys had a lot of obstacles to overcome, and you just decided to move forward because you didn't want to acknowledge the connection here. Whatever that is, there's something that's not being acknowledged. What is the blockage, Spirit? Four of Swords. Yeah, rest, relaxation. This is about healing. This is kind of taking a step back, taking a pause. So I feel like one of you stepped away. I feel like this is you stepped away from this for whatever reason. Because they feel left out in the cold, and that's what they didn't tell you. They felt left out and confused for what you moved on for whatever reason. Again, if they weren't being compassionate, they weren't giving to this relationship, you could have just moved forward. And now you're, the energy right now moving forward is you not wanting to see this, or you not wanting to make a decision about this, not wanting to see what this person has to offer you. What is this person's next actions towards the collective spirit? We have the Hermit. The Hermit is about soul searching. It is about going within. This Four of Swords, again, with like this taking a pause, taking a step back, like meditating and going within. The Hermit is about soul searching and going within. So this person very well could be coming in. The staff that this Hermit carries shows power, right? It shows assertiveness. It is a wand, so it's like passionate, but it's grounded in power. And I feel like this person really wants to move things forward with you. I feel like they want to heal too. Like I just saw the star here, which made me think of the star card. I feel like they want to heal things with you. They want to, they've gone within and found that purpose, and I feel like maybe they want to move things forward with you and come out of this hermit mode. They could be in hermit mode due to, this feeling left out in the cold. So what's the advice for the collective spirit? We have the Knight of Wands, which is about, it's a Sagittarius card, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You don't have to be, but it's about being passionate and fiery, being assertive, going after what it is you're passionate about, taking some sort of action here. So with this stalemate card and this not making a decision, I feel like some action, Spirit's telling you that some sort of action needs to be taken here, and go towards what you're passionate about. If this is something that you do want in your life and you want to be with this person, then I feel like Spirit is telling you to take action on this, make a decision on whether or not, maybe you're just indecisive and holding back from this person. Again, it may be different for each of you for the reason why you are. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom, like passionate new beginning. So I feel like there were some obstacles, and for whatever reason, you may have left this person out in the cold because they're feeling very left out in the cold and confused for some reason. Maybe you just weren't seeing this person. Maybe you weren't, again, maybe they weren't compassionate. It'll be different for each of you, but I feel like Spirit is telling you to make a decision, make some sort of action here. If you want to be with this person and you want them in your life, then I feel like you need to make the decision to, reach out to them, or make the decision to let them back into your life. And that's going to be up to you, each of you, to use your discernment on whether or not you want this person in your life. But I feel like they want to balance things out, and they want to give to this relationship. That's in their feelings. The Six of Pentacles is about equal give and take. They want to give to this, and they want to balance things out with this queen, the two queens here. So we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. And then we have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So maybe you two, if this is somebody you're in union with, maybe you guys need to kind of rekindle that spark, find that passion again, and maybe go on a trip together. If this is somebody you're not in union with, then, I feel like maybe you could go on a trip together, or, spend some time together. What else do you have for Gemini Spirit? Yeah, maybe they just weren't very giving in the past, and You guys could be in separation, but they definitely want to give to this now. They want to do things differently. You know, this could be Spirit telling you to stop holding back and to make a decision. You know, a decision needs to be made in this situation. So we have guilt, sabotage. So one or both of you could be feeling guilty. If they weren't giving to this in the past, they could be feeling some guilt around that. We have trust, divine timing. And then we have control tactics. So maybe they were controlling in the past and you decided to kind of move away from that energy. The tactics part, maybe they're just being very strategic and wanting to do things differently. What else do you have for Gemini, Spirit? So we have apologies. A love interest is coming to terms with past wrongs and wanting to make amends. Yeah, they definitely want to give to this and balance things out with you. Do things differently this time. Undisclosed emotions. There are hidden feelings between you that haven't quite come to the surface. Yeah, this feeling left out and this confused. You know, that's what they're not telling you. That's what they're not coming forward with. So I definitely feel like they want to kind of work on things and they want to balance things out. So I just feel like this is something maybe you need to go within and really do some soul searching if this is something you want with this person and you want to move forward with them. You know, again, it's going to be up to each of you to use your discernment. I'm going to pull some letters and some zodiac signs. So we do have a lot of zodiac signs out here, though, so it could really be any zodiac sign. Let's see. We have the letter V, the letter P, we have the letter Q, the letter Z. We have Sagittarius, your energy, or you could be dealing with another Sagittarius. Or no, you're Gemini, sorry. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius, which is your opposite sign. Or you could have Sagittarius in your chart. We have Capricorn. So one or both of you could have Capricorn in your chart. We have the letter S. We have the letter T. We have the letter H. We have Aries. So one or both of you could have Aries. Heavy on the fire energy. I'm going to grab two more. We have the letter O. And we have the letter Y. So yeah, I really feel like this person wants to come in and balance things out. So, you know, maybe hear them out, see what they have to say. Again, it's going to be up to you guys on whether or not you want to move forward with this person. But they're definitely coming back in and they want to come out from the cold. So I hope that this message helps and I will see you next week. Bye.